Hi and hello there. Now, how would you like to see the future around you? The plantations, the food supply, the weather. When asked these questions, most people will say they would love to be surrounded by positive things. But we all have a lot to do to achieve this. Today in Out There, we are going to look at a very interesting way of looking at everything around us. I'm talking about the importance of taking care of our environment. Most countries in the developing world, just like Kenya, rely heavily on agriculture to feed them. But with unreliable weather conditions in some parts of the country, we have been experiencing severe dry spells, making the food supply to be low and hence higher prices. This has affected the quality of life, and not only for the rural farmers, but also for the city or urban dwellers as well. Many people are leaving the rural areas in search of employment opportunities in the big cities or towns. However, there are limited job opportunities there. This has led to overpopulation in the urban areas and cropping up of substandard housing like slums, with majority of the occupants living below the poverty line and with unreliable means of earning any better livelihood. And it looks like the food supplies are getting scarce and their prices going high almost every day. But it is not all doom and gloom, as the future of the world is in our hands. All we have to do is not just to sit back, but to do something about it. Despite the harsh weather conditions, somewhere in Thika, some friends of mine are already making an effort to ensure food security is a reality. Come on, come with me and let's find out more. Under the Climate Action Program for Schools and the Youth, a group of pupils in Garissa Road Primary School have come up together to form the Garissa Road Primary School Environment Club. Although they don't have such a big farm, the members here tell me that they are really learning a lot to help the people in Kenya. We need to equip them with necessary tools to be self-sustaining, especially in agriculture, as Kenya's economy relies heavily on it. Sustainability means living in such a way that there are enough resources to live well in an alive, thriving environment. Undertaking agricultural and environmental education in schools is not an easy task. But this group is determined to grow and sustain this garden by taking good care of it. Tilling, planting, pruning, adding humus and water, and even putting ashes on it. You didn't know wood ashes can be used in the shamba, did you? If you are on the lookout for good and cheap way to control pests in your garden, then look no further than your own fireplace, where you will get free wood ash. Apart from the gardening, the Environment Club has also taught them on how to practice on other projects like animal keeping, poultry, and rainwater harvesting. Pupils here have transferred knowledge gained at the school to their homes. Some pupils have established different projects at home. Kiandutu is a semi-permanent settlement area in Thika, or commonly what we call a slum. However, there isn't much free space. This hasn't stopped Mary, who is one of the members of the Environment Club, to practice what she has learned so far in the Environment Club. When Mary mentioned that she wanted to start farming in her home, most of her friends dismissed the initiative as unworkable. They were convinced that food cannot be grown in the slums where they lived, and more so, the place, just like any other slum, does not have even enough space to play. But they are in for a big surprise. This is what we can refer to as urban farming. Urban farming is a resourceful food gardening in a city setting where one makes use of the available space. Mary tells me that her dad has been very supportive, and so he got her the very first few chicken that she has been taking care of. And look, they have laid some eggs. She tells me that even though it might really be demanding to really take good care of them, like giving them food and water every day, She is very happy and she's really looking forward for the eggs to hatch so that she can have many more. Meanwhile, she says that she will continue feeding them and giving them water, not forgetting covering them as they find it hard to adapt to unfavorable weather conditions such as rain, lots of wind and sun. Besides rearing the chicken, Mary has a small farm as well. Even though it's a small one, she has planted some vegetables. Look, she has also planted aloe vera. When I ask why she chose to plant aloe vera, she says she will be using that as part of medicine for a chicken when they fall sick. Evelyn too is doing a commendable job here. She tells me that from what she has learned from the Environment Club, she has been able to start a small project of rearing rabbits. Apart from keeping the rabbits for sale, she says that one of the main reasons as to why she decided to keep them is to get a more consistent supply of meat in their meals as a family. But what does she feed the rabbits on? She uses the 3 R's: reuse, reduce, recycle. Evelyn's mom owns a green grocery shop, and so she collects all the waste from the greens and feeds her rabbits. Well, it's now time for me to go home and feed my cattle. Hope you've learned a lot just like me. Bye!